Yeah. Welcome everybody to Gingermas Live 2017. I almost just knocked my drink over, and that would just be the perfect thing to happen right now. I apologize for the late start. We were getting a ton of technical issues and stuff resolved. First of all, I just want to make sure everyone can hear us and see us in the chat room. If you cannot, or in any of those, just let us know. But welcome to the biggest giveaway in Ginger Runner history. As far as the amount of prizes, the monetary value of those prizes, it's insane tonight. In case you didn't know, it was Gingermas Run Hunt weekend. Gingermas is officially, well, coming to a close here. Yep. But we're very excited to give away just tons of amazing prizes. Without further ado, as per tradition, joining us once again, Gary Claus.
'Twas the night before Gingermas, and out on the trail, the finish line awaited with local craft ale. The RD was sleepless in the crisp autumn air, in hopes the lead pack soon would be there. The mid-packers were scattered all along the course, while the elites sped along as quick as a horse. And my pacer with his Sunto and I with my Garmin were hours behind Coachy and Sherman. Long ago I had bonked, and my face lost its smile, barely half done with that 100 miles. Food rations were low, just a handful of pretzels, as the light slowly faded from the bulb in my Petzl. I felt so lightheaded, I had nothing left, and was ready to drop my first DNF. We wandered forever and could not find the path. I'd never make the cutoff, just do the math. I sat silently on a stump because all hope was lost. I just wanted to quit, never mind the cost. When in the woods behind me there arose a loud rustle. I sprang to my feet and prepared for a tussle. The moon on the breast of the fresh fallen leaves gave a luster of midday to the ground 'tween the trees, when what to my much-addled mind should appear but a red-headed runner with a case full of beer. He wore a GRL cap and his legs were so limber, I knew in a moment it must be the Ginger. I'm hallucinating, I thought. I must need more rest. When in ran his posse of co-hosts and guests. Swifter than gazelles, his friends they all came. He clapped and he shouted and introduced them by name. It's Yassine, Gary Robbins, and Sally McRae, and here's Vargo and Werner, the gearist and sage. But last but not least, in came mile-long legs, sipping local craft brew, not that crap from a keg. We found a new crew, my pacer said with a chuckle, and right then I knew I'd earn a silver belt buckle. Then out into the clearing, the Ginger he ran, trotted right up beside me and stuck out his hand. What is up, everybody? The Ginger Runner here. But we're not airing this live, so nobody fear. On his feet he wore ultras, heel-toe drop was 0, and wielded in one hand a black GoPro Hero. A drop bag of supplies he had flung on his back, and looked like a peddler just opening his pack. Take these, he told me, calories you can use, and offered a bag full of S-caps and goos. Here's your own GRL buff, the Ginger said with a grin, as he took a long swig from his flask of Tailwind. His friends shared with us their brew, some dark IPA, while the bulbs from their headlamps turned night into day. Now I've oft heard it said, a Ginger has no soul, but I knew at once this was folklore of old. Bright and multi-hued was the cap on his head, while the beard on his chin was like a flame blazing red. He wore a dark long-sleeve shirt, sweat-wicking, not flannel. Its breast bore the logo for his own YouTube channel. His hydration vest from Ultimate Direction had gray and red shades that brought out his complexion. He gave us fresh AA batteries from out of his pocket, then led us on course and told us, "Go rocket!" His demeanor reminded me not to be a quitter, so I promised I'd follow on Facebook and Twitter. I got one last gift, my own Tailwind bottle. Now I felt I could sprint to the finish full throttle. He zipped up his pack and to his team gave a yelp. Then I thanked him profusely for all of his help. Ginger Claus started running off into the night, but I heard him exclaim ere he ran out of sight. Now get on with your race, I'll see you next year. Merry Gingermas to all, and don't forget train, race, beer.
Ginger Runner. Yay! Oh, I love this time of year because Gingermas is fantastic. And we welcome everyone to Gingermas 2017, the last Ginger Runner Live of the year. We are again graced with the presence of greatness. It is Gary Claus, who you just heard read "'Twas the Night Before Gingermas." Hi, Gary.
Hey, guys. Sorry for the 30-minute delay, all due to me.
I wouldn't blame you. I'd blame the computer. The computer decided to not.
I can blame a lot of things, but I think it comes down to me in the end. But from 6 o'clock onward, everything was my fault. And we're here now. We got it figured out.
I have to say, the chat room's already talking about it, but you look the part, and I think every year you manage to up your game.
Just a little bit, right? You've got to always leave something for the following year. So added some glasses this year and some suspenders. Got the Run Steep Get High shirt and a new Santa hat and a little bit of the gray happening in the beard these days.
The question's gonna. The gray beard is amazing. Wait, we lost our fire. Let me get our fire.
Letting us know that our fire has gone out.
Yeah, I want to point out that Netflix is recommending that we watch Zumbo's Just Desserts. So
or that's why you're already watching, guys.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
So Gary is a tradition here for the Gingermas live show. For the last few years, he's jumped on and read "'Twas the Night Before Gingermas," which was written by one of our viewers. It's fantastic. I love it. It's the tradition. Also, our fire was created by George Ford, in case you need to know that.
Love that guy.
Tonight, we are celebrating the incredible accomplishments of you, the viewers, this weekend. Because Gingermas 2017, Gary, I don't know if you know this, had by far the most participants, the most results, and like the points that were accumulated this year are
pretty
insane.
Crazy.
Like insane.
I can't wait to see this all play out.
Either can wait.
And yeah, we were looking through our old spreadsheets from previous years, and the first year we did it, I think, was 2014 or 2015.
2014, I think. Yeah.
And we had something like 26 submissions.
So we went from 26 submissions
to hundreds
last year, and then hundreds this year, which is pretty awesome. Before we get too far into the show, and I want to talk to Gary about what's been going on this year, because he's had an incredibly busy year. You just did what now?
Revealed Santa.
Oh, good. We have to thank a couple of individuals who helped make Ginger Runner Live happen week after week. And now that we're at the end of 2017, they deserve like a huge shout out. Chris Lee from Hong Kong, who just did a grand unveiling and a big grand opening of Trailblazer over there. It's a beautiful shop. He sent me a video of the grand opening of the shop. It's like trail shoes and maps, and it's an incredible community there in Hong Kong. Chris is doing some incredible things. Brian Sands, big shout out to Brian Sands, who ran his first marathon this year on October 8th and is training for his first ultra. It's awesome to be able to talk to Brian, and he's a viewer and a regular supporter of the show. So big shout out to Brian. Rick Bjarnason, if you participated in Gingermas this last weekend, which I'm sure many of you did, the website, the Gingermas website, was created by Rick and his team over at cheekymonkeymedia.ca. So big shout out to them. They got all of the back end working and the front end, and it looks great. They made it happen in like a week, and that's what's pretty mind-blowing. So it was awesome. Big shout out to Rick and his team there at Cheeky Monkey. Gary, how has your year been?
Anything exciting happening this year?
happened?
No, it's been pretty boring. Not a lot going on. A lot of free time. Yeah, just twiddling my thumbs, trying to find stuff to entertain myself with. Yeah, it's been quite the year. I never would have envisioned 2017 being this crazy from start to finish. Everybody knows the whole Barkley story, and that just led to a whole slew of unexpected follow-up after the race. And you and I managed to take a film on tour and sell out a bunch of cities and present a really unique running documentary. That was it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of sleep-deprived nights on the road. But yeah, from a running perspective, I guess really the highlight of the year was completing the Nolan's 14 line with Jared Campbell at the very end of July. And I was thinking about this the other day. I need to find the time to write about it, because it almost feels like it didn't happen, because it was such a whirlwind from coming back and then directing events and then the tour and everything else that I have to stop sometimes and just think about. That was one of my big life goals over the last few years, was to become an official Nolan's finisher. And so definitely the highlight of the year there. It was also really cool to do a camping trip with the Campbells down in Colorado for that week we were there. And yeah, just also redesigning a few of my race courses and adding some distance and stuff. So eats up some time, but that's the most fun part of what I do, is creating new routes. And yeah, hard to believe that Christmas is only a week away right now.
I'm not even thinking about Christmas. It's all about Gingermas right now. You are also, Gary is being incredibly gracious tonight. Gary, what are you giving away?
My body, for anybody that not
no
what
one
we
wants that.
Anybody?
Oh,
Anybody?
I thought no takers.
Anybody?
No takers.
Oh wait, my wife's in the chat room and sold. Perfect. We're gonna throw in an entry to the sold out in record time Squamish 50 races. We sold out 1,250 spots in under 9 hours. The 50K sold out in 44 minutes. We'd never sold out the entire race in less than 3 weeks. So it was a definite surprise to us that everything went so quickly. That's the only way in. We have had no fewer than 100 emails since the race sold out asking to get in. And unfortunately, there's not much we can do. But we do have a few giveaways that we'll do throughout the year, this being one of them. Also, a 50K and 100K race on April 14th, just outside of Vancouver in Port Moody, called Diaz Vista. The 50K race sold out in 6 hours. And the 100-kilometer race still has a few spots left. An entry to either of those distances, an entry to any of the 6 Coast Mountain Trail Series races that I direct, and also a downloadable training plan. So my coaching business with Eric Carter, we do one-time downloads for my first ultra, my first 50K or 50 miler. We do a 100K and 100-mile training plan, and we also have a 50-50 training plan. That's all on ridgelineathletics.com. So we'll give away one of those, and that can be used for any distance download.
That's pretty awesome.
That's awesome.
Chat room is freaking out.
Yeah, the Squamish.
Well, let's be honest. This is just a business plug the whole way through. Like,
well, what you've already proved is that your races, people want to run your races. Your Squamish sold out in record time, but you're still giving away an entry. So I don't care what you're plugging. You're giving away some of the most coveted race entries on the West Coast. Yeah. And I think that's
what's really cool, actually, are the number of people that have done Squamish specifically because of your video, which I think is over 250,000 views or something at this point. Mm-hmm. But every year in Squamish, I meet people that are doing the race, whatever distance, and they say, you know, I discovered this race through Ethan's YouTube channel. So that's really neat for me that after all these years that we're still seeing people show up that have never heard of the race through you and everything you've accomplished.
It's awesome. And we, like Kim and I, hear from people all the time. We get emails all the time that the Squamish 50-50 or one of the Squamish 50 videos is what gets people into trail running, because they see that it's tough, it's difficult, but you can still get these races done if you put in the right mindset and training and stuff. It's awesome. So, if you are just joining us tonight for the first time and you're like, what the hell is Gingermas? Or maybe you participated this year, you kind of know what it is. Basically, in the last 72 hours, people from around the world got to compete in the Gingermas Run Hunt, which is free, and it's our opportunity to just give back. Every year at the end of the year, we want to thank the viewers and those who support this channel in any way, whether it's just watching a video or telling their friends to go check out a video, or on Patreon, or just, you know, subscribing on Twitter and Facebook and kind of following along. It's our way of just giving back. And we are indebted to some pretty big sponsors this year for just giving us stuff to give away, because they love the channel, they love the reviews, and they love the community that has grown here. So we've got stuff from Solomon Running. We're giving away a bunch of packs tonight from Solomon Running. The North Face gave us a bunch of gear to give away.
Territory
Run Company, our friends in Portland.
In Gingy.
Got tons of socks.
Nike Trail
Nordic hooked us up with shoes and hydration pack, like everything. And hats. Yep, and hats. Gus is snoring on the couch, by the way.
And he has like murder eyes happening.
We got stuff from Nathan Hydration. We got hydration packs plus Whiter. They make the weighted vest. We're going to be giving one of those away tonight, a 20-pound weighted vest. And the grand prize. Oh, man. When they said that we could give this away, I kind of flipped out. Because last year we've given away treadmills and these incredible things from Nordictrack, and like the Boston Marathon treadmill we gave away last year. This year we're giving away this.
Gary Robbins' body.
Yeah, Gary. This is Gary Robbins'
It looks
body.
Exactly like this Nordictrack.
And with the lens flare and everything. This is the Nordictrack X22 Incline trainer.
That's quite insane. The incline. Do you have the stats on that? That looks insane.
It goes from -6% to 40% incline.
I could train for Berkeley on that damn thing.
You could.
That's a terrible idea. That's a terrible thought. I would never do anything like that, but I could if I had to. John Kelly would definitely rock that treadmill for training.
It has a 22-inch touchscreen. By the way, I know that like it's gonna sound like an advertisement, but here's the deal: if they're giving this away, I'm like, I'm cool with it. The thing has a 22-inch touchscreen HD thing that's connected to Google Maps, so you can actually plot your route, and it will go up and down based off your Google Maps route, which is it's gnarly.
Really?
Oh, geez, that was my headphone. So you could technically Google map out Western states and run 100 miles that goes up and down based off Western states. It won't do the it won't do the the descents past -6%.
Exact same thing.
Basically exact same thing. Don't take my word from it for it. So Ian Sharman and Jeff Browning threw some videos together of them because they have these in their house, which I think is pretty awesome. So I want to make sure I show these videos. Ian Sharman sent me one. It's funny because they're on this thing at 40%. You're going, they make it look so damn easy. So here's Ian Sharman talking a little bit.
They're doing a 30-second clip.
Hi, I'm Ian Sharman, and this is my X11i Nordictrack Incline trainer. I use it mainly for training for mountains. So the great thing about it is it goes up to 40% incline. I can't really get that without going near the top of big mountains, and I can't do that all year round. So typically, it's just for a lot of hiking. Even if it's slower, and to be honest, it's difficult not to hold on, but this really can help a lot in terms of making you stronger in the mountains.
The one that you're going to be getting, whoever wins the treadmill tonight, is better than Ian Sharman's. So his is the model that's just below the X22i. You get the next level up. That's
You're guaranteed to be a better runner than Ian within 12 months. It's in the fine print.
We cannot guarantee.
We actually can't guarantee that. Gary can guarantee that. So just funnel all your questions to Gary. We have so much to give away. By the way, if you were watching live, we are like we're not only giving away for the most points earned tonight, which is the grand prize for the treadmill. We're giving away tons of prizes to different people from like the top international point earner, most
is Canada international.
Canada's technically international.
I'm just checking.
Yep.
We actually had talked about this last year.
Yeah.
We did. Yeah, we had to make sure that we clarified that. And we're going to be giving away live stuff tonight during the show. And I think we should start. Did you come up with the questions?
I do have some questions.
I think we should start with one of those just so we can get the audience, the live audience's appetite whet.
Say that like that.
Say it exactly like that.
Yeah. Can I read one?
You can read one, but only you and I, if you can copy this and paste it and send it to Gary. So he also has.
So this is complicated, huh?
Well, yeah, it is a little complicated, but just so we can keep our eyes open on the answers. So Gary, don't worry about this first one. Kim and I will read the first one.
Right one.
That is the right one. There you go. Stand by, everybody.
Stand by, everybody.
So Kim, go ahead and read that first question. And then we'll wait for the answers as you send it on to Gary.
And again, explain that the winner is the first one that appears in our...
Kim and I will verify. We have 2 different chat rooms open. The first correct answer in the live chat room will win the prize. So go ahead and ask the first question. And I'll keep my eyes open on the results here in the live chat room.
Who was the winner of the Squamish 50-50 in 2017?
Who was the winner of the Squamish 50-50 in 2017? I am keeping my eyes on the chat room. Gary, do you want to talk a little bit about the 50-50? What does that entail?
The 50-50 involves running 50 miles on Saturday and then getting back up on Sunday morning and back to the next starting line to do 50K on the Sunday. So 50-50 is 50 miles, 50K back-to-back, Saturday and Sunday. And, of course, we start with the 50-miler to make it extra hard to get out of bed on Sunday.
Nice. I think I have the winner based off of 2.
Oh,
yeah. It goes to the same person. Wing Taylor has the correct answer in the chat room there.
So, question.
Go ahead, Gary.
We're assuming that this is male winner. Should it not be the winner of both distances? Should it not be the male and female winners of the 50-50?
I just said winner.
Kim designed the questions. Make the call. Overall winner. Overall winner was Colin Miller, and Wing Taylor got the correct answer of Colin Miller. He had it in 2 parts, but he did have both parts before anyone said Colin Miller. So congratulations, Wing. What does Wing win, Kim?
You tell me what Wing wins.
Okay, you can tell.
You have choices here.
I do.
I think Wing wins one of these.
I agree. So we have these amazing They're in this box here. We have these amazing little box sets that Injinji sent us. So you get a box set of Injinji socks, Wing. Congratulations to you. You will be sent one of these.
We'll be emailing.
Every winner will receive an email confirming their prize, and you will have to confirm within the next 24 hours. I believe it's 24, 48 hours, just to make sure you can claim your prize.
So real quick on the 50-50, something I decided to do from the start was that we give away a hat for 50-50 finishers, and we have a different hat color representing the number of times you finish the 50-50. And Colin Miller is local here to Vancouver, lives in Lions Bay, and he is the only person who has finished every 50-50, and he is going for his 5th finish in 2018. So he actually gets to design like his own hats now, because nobody else is even in the running to get the hat for the following year. So Colin has 4 hats, he's going for his 5th, and nobody else even has a 3rd 50-50 hat yet. I
still have mine. I want to get a second. I can't believe that there's someone that has them all.
There's a second one. The next one is green if you go for a second 50-50 finish.
Okay. It goes blue, green. Yeah. So
blue. Yeah. Blue, green, yellow, Canucks yellow. And then the closest thing we could find to Oilers colors for year 4. And then then year 5 is going to be, I think we're going to do like a black base with like a silver lettering on there.
Fantastic. Kim, you got to earn one of them. You got to do the 50-50.
We'll see.
Okay. Let's start giving away some prizes. So talking about the Gingermas Run Hunt, there were so many items for people to get. There were specific instructions, and I want to make sure that people are creative with this. So we got a number of emails from people like, oh, I don't live anywhere near Christmas lights or any of these things. And my response to all of them was the same: get creative. So we had people who are in the top tier bracket of points here, like the top 30 people in points didn't get all of the scavenger hunt items. They just found ways to get the bonus points and make it work for them. And this year, we had an incredible number of shoes donated to local charities, and that alone,
that's so awesome.
It is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It is amazing. People had been saving up all year to give their shoes to charity, and it's incredible. You're going to put shoes on people's feet that maybe can't afford them themselves. Maybe you'll inspire someone to run that has never thought about running before. So we are huge advocates of that, and it was incredible to see how big people went for that. Plus, we added bonuses this year. That we had a Facebook bonus, which was you donate non-perishable food items to a local food bank or a local food charity. We had lots of people do that. I'm guessing hundreds of cans of food and various items were donated to local food banks, which is amazing. We had the eggnog chug contest.
Eggnog and chugga.
Eggnog chugga. We on Instagram posted the eggnog chug, where if you chugged a pint of eggnog, you get an additional 8 points for the scavenger hunt. And I have to
That's horrific.
It was going.
But did it have to happen pre-run?
Pre or post?
Okay.
And
so
I feel like it's
bonus points for pre.
Oh, many bonus points, but unfortunately, I had no way of acknowledging who was before or after, because it was mostly just a lot of sick faces. What were you saying?
I was gonna say the sounds that were made during eggnog chugging turned me a little bit.
We'll stay with you for life, Kim.
They do. So actually, let's start there. Let's give away. We wanted to do an award for the eggnog chug. Eggnog chug.
Eggnog and chug.
Did they make your drink too strong? It's already gone.
Well, it was all. Yeah, it is gone. It was all whiskey. So this is the eggnog.
We haven't even spoke of our drinks.
Let's do that.
Okay, yeah. Let's let you reset on how to say eggnog chug. There's obviously not coffee or tea in your mug. So what's hiding in those mugs?
Kim made me something. So Kim, what did you?
Brown sugar bourbon.
Brown sugar bourbon.
And
that's it.
Festive juice.
a festive topper. I think we've been more curious about what Gary's drinking tonight.
Well, tonight we're trying out a different in the boxed world of wine, and this is the Gato Negro.
Gato Negro.
Right here. The Gato Negro is high quality stuff, and I have to say, I give this a Gary Robbins thumbs up. It's we're pretty happy with this one.
Got a good palate. Good palate, good nose.
Yep.
Good legs.
The tannins are there, and yeah, everything's looking real good.
Everything's there.
People are like, the whole week leading up to the Gingermas Run Hunt, people were more excited about what Gary was drinking than anything else.
Here's something I just learned. When you have Santa glasses on the end of your nose, if you try to drink, you actually have to. It's almost impossible. So you have to lift your glasses and then drink your wine. Like that.
Now you know.
Lessons with Gary Robbins.
We're all learning stuff tonight.
We are all learning.
So we got countless entries for the eggnog chug. I encourage you multiple times tonight. We're going to talk about different videos and stuff that people submitted. This was one that we did accept videos and links to YouTube, and people sent links on other social sites. Just go to YouTube and search for Gingermas 17. You will come up with 50 different eggnog chugs. So we ended up kind of randomly choosing one because some were great, and then others were disgusting. But for the most part, everyone's was the same, and their faces were the same. So tonight's winner, did I write the name in there?
Yep.
Great. Tonight's winner of the eggnog chug, here is the video.
Merry Gingermas! Cheers!
I like how the dog has full concern for what mom is doing.
Nice face.
Her face at the beginning was like, I'm so excited, Gingermas, yes, I'm going to chug eggnog. And then at the end, there were no words.
Yeah,
She was
couldn't even
I'm done. But the
Even the dog
whining,
was like, this is not a good idea. I do not condone this behavior.
we ended up choosing this one because the dog obviously didn't like it. And you could get a little bit of the audio of the... So if you go back and listen, it's pretty terrifying. Who was that, Kim?
That was Lauren Alex Brunhober.
Correct. I think I don't know if it's through Alec, if it's the same person or if it's a couple, but Lauren Alex Brunhober win the eggnog chug, and the award
is the
wider weighted vest. So congratulations, you get the wider weighted vest, this 20-pound weighted vest. We're giving that to you so you can work off the eggnog.
Or so you can wear it while you chug eggnog next year.
Bonus points, perhaps.
Next level.
So additional bonus points went to if you were a Patreon supporter. It doesn't matter what the level you were or how long or how short you've been a Patreon supporter, but we posted a photo of Gus. And this year we would allow an additional bonus point for every photo that had Gus in it.
Yes.
And I'll give you an example. Our winner, what did we call the award? We ended up calling it...
I just called it the Gus Award.
The Gus Award.
It was so we chose this particular person because just flipping through her pictures, I kept going back to look at her pictures because they were really cute.
They were really, really cute. Her printout of Gus is perfect. But the photos were fantastic. So the winner is Kim?
Lindsay McRoberts.
Here's a photo that Lindsay McRoberts took of Gus, and I'm guessing, I think it's her son and another dog in a Christmas sweater. And we had to make sure that we gave her a shout out because she also ran with all of her shoes that she donated. I believe the food
to the stroller.
Attached to the stroller. So she ran everything with the stroller and her son and the shoes and the added weight and everything.
And Lindsay is winning a Nathan Vapor How 4-liter pack.
Congratulations. Yay. Did the email go to Gary and myself?
Yes.
Just confirm that. Gary, I think you've got an email from Kim with trivia questions. I'll let you take a second to to pull that up, but the next trivia question we'll do a live giveaway. You let me know when you get it. Do you see it?
Okay, I do.
Do you want to decide which ones are
what now?
for these two things versus these things?
Oh yeah, Gary, let's give away your, what do you think? Your CMTS race entry? Any one of those?
Yes, but now I have to go with another plug in there. So,
oh,
Coast Mountain Trail Series, 6 races, distances from 12 kilometers to, in 2017, 115 kilometers, all within an hour and a half of Vancouver, so Whistler, Squamish, Vancouver, Port Moody. And we have a race in Whistler that is in the permitting process that will be 115 kilometers long with over 7,000 meters of climbing and descent with no BS, no contributies, no out and backs, no loops. It's just one massive loop of the Whistler Valley going up and down the 4 major mountains within the region. It's called Whistler Alpine Meadows. I'm really proud of the design, and hopefully we get all the permits in place. And this entry will cover any of those 6 races happening from the middle of February, end of February, until the end of September. And are we just asking any of the questions off of this list?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll allow
I
that.
just need to adjust my glasses so I can see the fine print here in these. Sorry, I'm getting a little
It's okay. And just a
long
reminder,
in the tooth these days.
Kim and I will take the first correct answer in the live chat room. We'll confer to
In
make sure it's
our
the
live
same
chat,
person.
What?
But first correct answer.
Okay. What city did Ethan and Gary go for a helicopter ride in which Ethan got off easy because they didn't do any maneuvers, and then Gary chased bandits all day long and ended up puking in a puke bag?
I'm glad you were able to clarify that.
Yes.
It was an amazing.
Oh.
I see a winner.
I get queasy just thinking about it.
You had a rough. It was like 2
Whoa.
days for you.
Yeah,
right?
it was bad. Yeah, well,
was
the lack
pretty
of sleep
bad.
on top of it was not pleasant. That after effects of getting airsick lasted for a full 48 hours because there was only about 4 hours of sleep happening in between the travels at that point. It was not a good stretch.
It is in video form. If you go to the Ginger Bits episode from the Where Dreams Go to Die tour, where Gary and I toured around, the Calgary stop was one of the best, and we got the opportunity to ride in a Calgary Police Department helicopter for a ride along. I got off easy. We did a couple maneuvers that were fun, and I was like, "Oh, this is great! Like exciting!" And all sorts of crazy things. But then Gary got the shaft.
We just got so it's a police helicopter patrolling the city, and we got 5 calls while I was up there, which just means a lot of maneuvering and turns and chasing people, and there were stolen cars and break and enters, and this was the middle of the day on Saturday too. I mean, people slept in because so you didn't get anything first, and then once those bad guys woke up, they were like, "It's time to cause some shit today."
Yeah.
Those bandits.
Those bandits. So we have a correct answer. Both Kim and I have conferred we do have a correct answer. The correct answer was Calgary, and the winner is Josh Powell. Congratulations, Josh Powell. Yay. What does Josh win, Kim? Oh, yeah, that's right. The CTS.
Any of the Coast Montreal Series race entries?
Maybe you should put that down.
I am going to put it down.
In my belly.
If I have any recommendation, the Whistler Alpine Meadows race looks next level. So highly recommend it. All right. Moving on to the next giveaway here for the Gingermas Run Hunt. Let's do. We did. Are you marking them off as we go along here?
Yep.
Okay. So we did a creativity award. Let's do that. Creativity award number 1 here. We got a number of video submissions that were not just eggnog chugging, but also people documenting their whole Gingermas Run Hunt. And there was one that I loved, and I'm going to let you guys go find it on YouTube. It's from Joshua Ilnicki. And Joshua Ilnicki did just a really great, solid edit of his Gingermas Run Hunt, kind of showcasing everything around his neighborhood. And big shout out to Josh, man. I really appreciate you putting the videos together, because I know editing is already difficult, but editing in a short time frame like that is also pretty difficult. So that's Creative Award number 1 going to Joshua Ilnicki.
And that's for a Territory Run Company prize pack. So you'll be getting a trucker and
anti-chafe, the Territory Run Company anti-chafe, which is really good stuff as well. And I'll do the other creativity award as well. Another video, if you can go onto YouTube and find it, it's by Wing Taylor, who he just won one of the live questions. But Wing, love all the effort you put into it, not only the eggnog chug, but also taking all of the photos and also editing together a really fantastic video. So Wing, thank you very much. You also win the creativity award. That's a 2-parter. This one, you win the Nathan Vapor Crar 4-liter hydration pack. So big shout out to Nathan and Territory Run Company, of course, and Wing and Josh. Way to go, guys. I think we should do another live one, because Gary is killing it with the live game. Gary, I'll have you pick one of those questions, and Kim and I pull not that one. I think we should definitely save that. Yeah, let's do box set of Vingingy socks. So correct answer. Go for it, man.
Are we ready?
Yep.
Which city did Ethan and Gary go for a helicopter ride in?
We just did that.
What?
Gary, you need to lay off the box.
All right. What was the distance in the title of our Santa Run last Christmas? What was the distance in the title of our Santa Run last Christmas? The distance was...
Just so everyone knows, this is of our Santa Run video last year. What was the distance in the title?
It wasn't Ogden.
It was not
Ogden?
Calgary.
Whoa.
People are like, oh, Ogden. Like, no, not quite.
If they keep saying Ogden, they might win something eventually.
I see it. This is what I have.
Yep.
You have the same thing?
Yep.
Congratulations, James Martinez. The correct answer was 10 miles. It was 10 miles to Santa. Kim and I ran 10 miles only to find out Santa had left.
That was in.
That's not true.
That was in LA, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Was
that
that
was in LA.
Yeah.
It actually turned out that we didn't make reservations. That's what it was.
Yes.
Because we had to make reservations a week before Thanksgiving.
Are you guys excited to do your first Christmas in the Northwest in quarter to forever?
Yes.
And it's supposed to we're supposed to get snow in the next 24 hours, at least in Vancouver, which Seattle is. I mean, we typically get the same weather.
Are we getting snow?
We can talk about weather. We can talk about what the forecast is saying later.
later.
Well, because then I'll start talking about what the weather is going to be here, what the weather is going to be where we are in Canada, if the roads are safe.
Wow.
This is a larger conversation.
This could dovetail into so many topics.
You heard it here first, you guys.
You heard it here first.
Dovetail.
Gary's already dropping the dovetails.
Post show, we're going to do just a weather synopsis of the entire northern seaboard.
I do like
Northern
talking
seaboard,
about
eastern,
weather.
western seaboard. Northern, I mean, yeah, we do border a northern ocean here in Canada.
Who's Gary talking to?
I think Gary's talking.
My wine. I'm talking to my cat, my gato negro.
Congratulations,
James Martinez.
James Martinez, on winning the
Injinji
Injinji box set.
Yes.
So we'll be sending you one of these as well. Fantastic. All right, let's get on to the next giveaway here.
I think we should do some of the random.
Yeah, some of the
drawings from
random
Gingermas participants.
So anyone who participated in Gingermas, we are considering you. Your names are in the bucket. So we've chosen random.
Yeah, you might want to lay off your Christmas mix there, son.
I started at 6 p.m.
English is not your first language, is it?
No. We basically chose random numbers based off of everyone's entry number.
Yes, everybody that entered Gingermas this year, I assigned everybody a number, and then I did the.
Maybe you should lay off that Christmas drink over there.
I'm fine. I used.
This is what happened with a 30-minute delay.
Harry will be here soon. He'll be here soon.
We used a random number generator to choose some winners for some prizes. So these are people that did in fact participate in Gingermas.
Great. Let's actually do a bunch of these.
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea.
So this one here is for a North Face men's medium flight 2G shirt.
One of my favorite long sleeve shirts.
And a beanie as well.
And a beanie.
That's literally the shirt you wore the entire tour. Like in that bag.
Yeah.
That is the shirt you took on tour.
Gary is right. It is the shirt that I wore on
Wore
tour.
for the entire tour.
Pretty much.
The color is called ketchup. It is. It really is. Honestly.
You had to partake in one of the film nights to get the ketchup humor.
And the beanie is actually called Finish That Fifth Loop beanie color.
What? Really?
How did that not get any reaction? Ketchup gets all the reaction. Unbelievable. But yes, you do get the ketchup long sleeve shirt. I love mine.
And a North Face beanie or a toque,
beanie,
depending on where you come from.
Yeah.
And the random winner of that prize pack is Karsten Gebhardt from Germany.
Germany in the house.
Nice.
Karsten,
sure
congratulations.
Pronounce that wrong.
You win the shirt and the toque or beanie, depending on where you're from. All right, cool. Next.
Next random Gingermas participant. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Prize is for a $50 Injinji gift certificate.
It's in there.
And the winner of that one is Santiago Leal.
Santiago Leal. Congratulations, Santiago. $50 gift certificate to.
Does it say where Santiago's based? Where he's from?
I believe Santiago's from the U.S.
Okay.
Yeah, we do. Everyone
it
does
is
say
the US.
what country they're from, but we don't have that written in this spreadsheet. But I believe he's from the U.S. All right, next random participant.
All right, so this is another one for an Injinji mixed prize pack. So it's a few different pairs of socks, and our first winner is Trevor Medding.
Trevor, congratulations! We have a variety of Injinji socks. We'll be giving you the mix pack, so you can share them with friends or family, basically varying different sizes. Keep some for yourself. All good.
Do you want to do the next two as well?
Let's do the next two. So
Yeah.
Trevor, congratulations.
Same prize pack, the Injinji mix pack. Christopher Wynn.
Christopher Wynn, congratulations. You also get an Injinji mix pack.
And the last Injinji mix pack is going to Kevin May.
Kevin May, congratulations. You also win one of the packs of Gingy socks. It's 3 pairs in different sizes. You can keep some for yourself or get them to family. Do whatever you want with them. Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Some of our
Nice.
favorite socks. Gary, I say we go to another question for the live audience.
Live audience question. Here we go. Which city did Ethan and Gary go for a helicopter ride in?
Let's see if they get it.
Ogden.
How many
beautiful.
cities did the Where Dreams Go to Die tour stop at?
That is the official question. How many cities did the Where Dreams Go to Die tour stop at? We will accept the first correct answer from the live chat room. Oh, I think I see it. But that person has already won prizes, so we're not going to take that.
Disqualified.
Disqualified. So we're going to go to the next.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm scrolling all the way up. That happened really fast. Stand by, everybody. I'm going to pull my name. I see mine. You see that?
That's what I see.
That's what Kim says
Yeah.
as well. Congratulations to YouTube user Nathan's How To's. I'm assuming your name is Nathan, or it's How To's. But Nathan, congratulations. You win. Kim?
Nathan, you win a box set of Injinjis as well.
Congratulations, my friend.
And Nathan, if you can actually email
yes.
us at
thegingerrunner@gmail. Please,
just let us know you're a winner on tonight's show.
You can't tell your first and last name here. I just want to make sure that you get your prize. So email thegingerrunner@gmail, and we'll make sure that that prize gets to you. The correct answer was, in fact, 14 cities. People are counting Vancouver twice, and that was the trick. Because Gary, we did 2 shows in Vancouver.
2 sold-out shows in Vancouver. Yeah, North Vancouver. The first show and the 13th or the 14th out of 15 shows in 14 different cities. But I don't know. I mean, technically, wouldn't you have to be in a city for 24 hours to have stopped there? I mean, we could even take a deeper question for how many cities we actually visited, since a few of them were less than 24 hours.
That's pretty valid. I mean, just DC alone, we went through 3 states getting to John's house, and then another 2 states getting to the screening. I mean, that might not be true, but it was in multiple states, multiple cities. So I'd be curious to know. This isn't a trivia question because I don't think anyone can determine
We can talk
this.
about this later.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it with the weather. What do you think? You want to do one more live question? You want to go to?
I think we should save that last live question for a little bit later.
We only have one more?
Yeah.
Okay.
We do.
We have one more live question, so we're going to say that because it's legit. It's going to be for the
prize
Squamish
is gonna
50
be great,
entry.
Yeah.
Let's start digging into the big numbers here, big prizes. Let's go for, I'm thinking, 2nd place international.
Sure.
You want to go there? So second, go ahead, Kim.
Oh, I was just gonna say, because as you guys know, for the grand prize, they can't ship internationally, so each year we try and recognize who our top international participants are.
Yep.
So this year we've picked the top two, correct?
Top
male.
2. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it's top female and top male. The top female wins a Territory Run Company Gorge Cap anti-chafe bomb from Territory Run Company, plus Gary's Diaz Vista 50K or 100K entry. Gary, do you want to talk about that race?
So April 14th in Port Moody, which is just outside of Vancouver. It's actually one of the most historic 50Ks in the country, and myself and my business partner Jeff, were fortunate to have inherited the race just last year. This is the 22nd year for the 50K, and we added a 100K distance last year. So 50K, 100K on April 14th, just basically right outside of Vancouver.
So just so everyone knows, again, Gingermas Run Hunt was a point accumulation, and you could get points by taking photos of items. You get bonus points for including pictures of Gus in each of the photo items. Donating shoes was a big point getter this year. Mileage also counts. You get a point for every mile that you run. And this individual ran 29 miles and accumulated, by our count, because we go through and count top 20 people, probably recount the points just to make sure everything is legit. By our count, it was 163 points. This goes to Stephanie Tatum. Congratulations, Stephanie Tatum.
Hey, Stephanie's right here in Vancouver.
Is she?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I just said
absolutely.
Canada.
Yeah, she's a regular for a lot of our events. Awesome. Congratulations.
Stephanie, you get all the stuff from Territory Run Company as well as the race entry, which is totally worth it. So congratulations to you.
I will say this just off, sorry, that all of the race entries are fully transferable to someone else. Stephanie might even be in Diaz Vista potentially. So race entries are transferable to somebody else in advance. So it can be registered under one person once, not transferable once claimed, but transferable prior to claiming the entry.
Awesome.
So anybody can utilize it.
The first place international submission, I believe. Go
So
ahead.
Stephanie does, in fact, already have race entry into Diaz. She said.
There you go.
Transferable.
Yeah,
Perfect.
so
Transferable.
there you go.
First place international, based off of our points, also had to adjust the point totals
Yes.
for us. But they will win a Solomon S-Lab Sense Ultra 5 set, brand new version of that, which is great. Plus a Ridgeline Athletics training plan, which is worth it. Totally worth it. You can tell your coach right there is chugging wine. It's totally worth it.
I never know when I'm actually on the screen and not. I tried to sneak that one in while you were talking, but yeah, that's
Assume
the first.
Always.
That's right. The first rule of a good training program is to complement your day with glasses of wine out of a box.
So our winner, first place international submission, also from Canada, with 32 miles run. And 100, let's see, the point total counted by us turned out to be 172 points. Ridiculous. Whoa. Mr. Ryan Flint. Congratulations,
Yay.
Ryan Flint. So again, we will be in touch with all of the big winners that participated this weekend via email. If you are winning live, again, if you are one of the people that won one of the live giveaways, email us. I just want to make sure that I remind people, the gingerrunner@gmail.com, so we can make sure to get your shipping info and stuff like that.
And people in the chat room are freaking out about the distances that people ran for Gingermas, and this
super impressive.
We are not even scratching the surface of how far people ran for Gingermas this year.
Yeah. In fact, that's exactly what we want to talk about next.
Dovetail
Dovetail
right into it.
I should not be drinking that straight.
On Christmas.
We were not expecting to get the distances that we got this year. In years previous, people run anywhere from 20 to 35 miles, usually like at the top tier of distances. And it blows our mind that people would even dedicate that much time to this. This year, that's not even, it's like, oh, you ran 30 miles? That's adorable. Not anyone who ran anyone close to where there is like, I'm so impressed. But we had people really, really dedicate some time.
I just want to point this out. Adam in the chat room says, what about the shortest? #most honest. We do go and check everybody's Strava to make sure they're actually running and not biking or driving, or, you know, we are making sure that everybody is actually running the miles they're running.
Right, but I think he might be asking, what about the shortest distance as opposed to longest distance? Like an award for a person who ran the lowest amount.
Right.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yes, we do verify all of this, and all of these top mileages you'll actually see are quite slow per mile. It's not like they're running 3-minute miles and you go, you were in a car. Right. Plus all the photos that are taken, they're usually wearing, you know, running outfits and stuff like that. But we do our best to verify. It is two humans with eyes and brains. It's not a computer verifying this. But all of these Strava links are also public, so you can go and check them out for yourself. And that's also why
I'm going to flag every single one of them.
Every single one.
Flag.
It's also why we verify the point totals and have to adjust usually, because sometimes there's some mistakes and we have to compensate.
Yep.
So most miles won, we do a male and female. And in most cases, some people win other prizes, which we'll announce in a bit. So if your name isn't called and you're like, I had more miles than that, you might be winning another prize here in a minute. We'll see. But the most miles won.
We'll see.
We'll see. I'm actually pretty positive, but I just didn't want to leave anyone high and dry. The most miles won by a female goes to, with 30 miles. And there was a couple individuals that ran more than 30 miles, females, but we'll get to them in a minute. But with 30 miles, Vonnie Andros. Congratulations, Vonnie.
Nicely done.
You win women's trail shoes from Nike and a trucker hat from Nike, which is fantastic. Yeah. Congratulations. The man with the most miles. My verbiage is so weird tonight.
It's only bound to improve with more alcohol. Continue to imbibe.
The man with the most miles. Actually, it's not the most miles, but again, we'll get to that in a second. But 60 miles. This individual ran 60 miles. They ran just
I think
under
you meant
100
kilometers.
It's in miles. Like if you go to the Strava, it is in miles, but I wanted to believe it's in kilometers. Ridiculous. Chris Hall with 60 miles.
That's incredible.
Wins a pair of Nike trail shoes plus a Nike trucker hat.
And this wasn't in a race, an event. This was on his own.
Correct.
Wow.
Like
Nicely done.
pictures and
Yeah, so you'll look at the time and you can follow on the GPS. You can see where they stopped to take the photos. You can see where
I'll
they
be checking
spelled
the
out
GPS.
all the letters. It's like,
Yeah.
when I read that, I was like, this is wrong. Like, there's no way someone would have. Why would anyone run 60 miles for Gingermas? I would have had so many other things to do, but that's
You're disqualified for not making any sense.
it's impressive. It is incredibly impressive. So thank you, Chris, for dedicating so much time and effort, and to your family too, who also, I'm imagining, made some sacrifices that day to make that happen. Big shout out to you, my friend. All right, so now we're moving into the 4th, 3rd, 2nd place, and grand prize. Grand prize, once again, is the treadmill. So should we go to 4th place? You tell me when you're ready.
yeah.
Okay. 4th place wins.
Oh, that was actually his.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
We take back everything we just said.
take
Nobody
back-
has won those prizes.
No, I think the mileage was written wrong. It says 60 miles, but it was in fact 64 miles. It was the most distance.
I didn't want to say this out loud, but I had the thought of like, why would you do 60 miles and not the extra 2 and change for 100 kilometers? Why did you? I wasn't going to call it that he went short, but it makes a lot more sense that he did 64 miles.
Yeah, Chris Hall did 64 miles.
Right.
Sorry.
Over
It was,
100 kilometers.
It's insane.
I've
Like all
never
day.
done over 100 kilometers outside of an event.
Maybe you should.
I think I got to step up my game a little bit. Chris has put me to shame here.
Chris put everyone to shame. Like I feel super lazy. Okay, so in 4th place with point totals, they will win a Nike Kiger hydration vest plus a Nike trucker hat. This goes to Colton S. Hammer. Colton S. Hammer, congratulations to you. I just want to pull up his account here. Colton Hammer with a 208 point total, ran 36 miles, and collected a number of shoes, and basically did every bonus, eggnog, everything.
Right.
Big shout out to Colton Hammer. Moving on up the list, you have these situated by point totals, correct? Yes, you do. Pretty sure.
It's in the spreadsheet.
Yeah, it's just a little it was difficult to read there as things got read. Okay, 3rd place. This individual gets an from Solomon, the Advanced Skin 12 set. It's a medium large, but plus you get the Trail Gators as well. And it's a legit backpack in the Solomon Trail Gators.
Love this backpack.
Yeah, you've used this. Did you use this at Barkley?
Not that exact bag for Barkley. I like to have something a little bit bigger just to, so I'm not cramming stuff in, not having to worry about space, but I do use this bag a lot.
And this individual has been incredibly kind. She wrote me an email describing how Gingermas has become a family tradition. She was one of the very first to chug eggnog in honor of Gingermas while doing a mile. It was the eggnog mile a couple years back. But her and her family have done an incredible amount of work. They put in all the time and effort into this each year, and it was really neat to see just how much she clobbered it this year. Anne Lang, congratulations to you.
Wow, congrats.
3rd place, Anne Lang with a total of 222 points. 60 miles was run. Anne ran 60 miles. So it was Chris that had 64 and Anne had 60. 60 miles.
Jeez.
Pretty awesome.
This is pretty impressive stuff here.
Yeah, I'm blown away. So now we move into the points that are just like blew our mind when we saw these, and the number of donations that came associated with these is wonderful and incredible. So I'm very, very happy to announce that 2nd place goes to an individual that accumulated, make sure I get the right total, 282 points with 23 miles. So they donated an incredible amount of shoes. They went out to their local run groups and collected as many shoes as they possibly could, and they donated them all to charity. It's fantastic. So big shout out to Mr. Javier Ramon Montenegro on your 2nd place finish. This is incredible to be able to say that you win a North Face men's medium Ventrix jacket, as well as an Ascent beanie, plus size medium North Face runners E-tip gloves. It's an awesome prize package. I hope you get a lot of use out of all of that. But like blown away by that.
You've got incredible prizes. It's amazing that you get all of this hooked up for Gingermas every year, and it's grown every year.
And I put out an email to some of our favorite brands and stuff like that, just saying, hey, we're doing Gingermas again, and every single one of them gets back to us with, can we donate this to the cause? I'm like, oh my God, it's a treadmill, or it's a pile of North Face gear, or Solomon gear.
And I think it's worth reiterating that you don't take money from any of these sponsors. Whenever you do a review on stuff, it's completely non-biased. You're not actually getting money in your pocket for doing this, which I think validates your reviews more than a lot of the other ones out there. Some article that even came out recently where it was very obvious that there was a lot of funding involved on the back end for the selection process. So I think it's extra special that you're getting all of this stuff and you're getting it for other people, not for any true monetary benefit to yourself.
Kim and I, we make no money from any of the brands, and that's not even a part of Gingermas. Gingermas is honestly 100% our way of giving back and the brand's way of giving back. It's pretty neat. So congratulations to Javier. We have 2 prizes left to give away. One is big ones. They're both big ones. One is Gary Robbins' entry into the Squamish 50. Oh boy! I saw belly.
What? I had Roxy on camera and nobody noticed, and then all of a sudden you must have yeah. And then it was everything is inappropriate always.
One of our prizes.
I was trying to give Roxy some camera time.
She looks good on camera. She's an adorable dog.
She's a senior citizen. She just turned 12.
Oh, I can't believe that. That's awesome. And she still has so much energy. That's what I'm always really surprised about.
She's a good, healthy dog. We're pretty fortunate. All right. We're giving away this. Did you say we're giving away the Squamish 50 entry?
That's. I think we should do that right now.
Smokes, man.
So
how do you want to give it away?
Yeah, let's do one last question. I think it's the last remaining question.
One more question.
One more. Okay, I got it right here. All right. Which city did Ethan and Gary get to go for a helicopter ride in?
Ogden.
That is not the question.
12.
Damn it, this is a lot more complex than you guys said it would be.
You got this, man.
What Solomon jacket did Ethan mention in his 2017 top 10 list? I watched your top 10, and I love this piece.
I love this piece too, and I want the specific model.
Pittsburgh.
Be as specific with the model as possible, everybody. I haven't seen it yet. I've seen the name, but it's a specific one because there's multiple jackets with this name, so you got to be specific.
This is for a Squamish entry.
Squamish entry deserves specificity. People are close to the right answer. Oh, we might have just gotten it.
Whoa.
Scrolling back, mate. I don't see it. I still don't see it.
I see one, but I don't know if, is that it?
Oh yeah, wait, that is the correct one. Stand by, making sure that it is the first one. Ooh, I see that one.
What's that noise? Is that
I think Gary's playing
Roski?
Roski. That's gonna be our replacement dog's name.
I see that one. Just confirming with Kim. Stand by to make sure that the live viewer with the first correct answer.
Not that one.
Not that one. One right above it. You just missed it. Yes, that's what I see. All right.
Which one? This one?
Yes. So the correct answer is the Bonatti Pro. A lot of people just wrote Bonatti, but there is a Bonatti and a Bonatti Pro, and it is in fact the Bonatti Pro because that is the waterproof version. The Bonatti is just the regular version, a little bit lighter, but it's the Bonatti Pro. Eric Alvarez is the first person in both of our chat rooms to correctly name.
Congrats, Eric. I hope I see you in Squamish or someone that you care about.
That's the 50 mile or 50 mile 50K or 23K. Which
anything, 50-50 if he wants. He can sign up for he or whoever claims that entry can sign up for anything. It is, again, you can gift it to somebody. I do not want to see it on Craigslist tomorrow. But yeah, you can definitely give it to somebody if you can't make it yourself.
Do it. It's honestly, the Squamish is what really got me into trail running, and like my love of it was the Squamish race. So I encourage anyone who gets a chance to go do it to do it. Even if you're not a big distance runner, the 23K is a perfect option. It shows you some of the gnarliest parts of the course. Mountain of Phlegm is crazy.
It's a treat at the very end.
The chat room is currently peer pressuring him into doing the 50-50.
Okay, yeah, Eric, you have to do the 50-50.
And here's all you need to know, Eric, is you can drop down in distance at any point up until July 1st. you can't go up in distance. So you might as well throw for the 50-50 and see how the next 6 months go.
Do it. Do it.
7 months, 8 months, whatever.
So before we announce our big grand prize, we have another video from Jeff Browning, who sent this along as he was also training on the Nordictrack X22i. I just want to show it because it's an opportunity to talk about Jeff Browning and how much of a badass he is. I know Gary and he are good friends. And they've raced against each other at Hurt 100. That was one of our fondest memories, getting to see that play out.
Ice cream.
Here's Jeff Browning with his X22i.
Hey, Ginger Runner, Jeff Browning here. Wanted to talk about the Nordictrack X22i. One of my favorite machines. It's snowing here in Logan, Utah, so I do my quality and hill workouts, my strategic workouts on a treadmill during the winter months, so I don't have to worry about slipping and footing and doing my easy runs outside. So one of my favorite workouts on this thing is what I call hike run sharpeners. So putting that incline at a really high percentage, somewhere in the 15 to 25, even 35%. This thing goes up to 40% and -6 down. I really like the -3 down for downhills because you can go at a little faster pace. So I'll do intervals where I'll do, say, 4 to 8 minutes climbing at a very steep grade, power hiking, running with real short run breaks and lots of power hiking, and then drop it down for an equal amount of time on a downhill run. So it mirrors a rolling or hilly route, which is great for ultra marathon training, obviously. So that's my tip for using the Nordictrack X22i. Giddy up.
Jeff's a super nice guy. It was awesome to have him send that video along. Little shout out to him. And if you follow him on social media, thank him as well for doing that. But this treadmill is awesome. If we had room, I would do whatever I could to make sure that we won it. But we don't have room for it because it's...
Doesn't it need to be picked up from your place? We're giving it away, but you need to come get it in Seattle.
You need to come get it. And you actually need to just give us a bunch of cash for it too. You can just buy it from us. No, this one, the grand prize was only open to U.S. residents because of shipping and customs and the plug itself. So unfortunately, it had to be U.S. only. But it just so happened that our top point earner was, in fact, a U.S. citizen. So it worked out just fine.
Fixed.
This is crazy. This individual, let's talk a little bit about them. First, let me pull up the actual stat sheet here. This individual accumulated 378 points. The amount of mileage they ran was 22 miles. So where did all those points come from? This is amazing. And this is another reason why I'm really happy that this person won, because they went so far above and beyond to give to those less fortunate. I have stuff in my throat. They donated.
Called alcohol, Ethan. Learn to stomach it.
I'm working on it. They donated 131 pairs of shoes.
What?
They collected not only from their family, but they collected from
you had to rent a U-Haul to bring those shoes in.
It's amazing, and I'm blown away. They have pictures and stuff associated with their. Again, we're gonna post the results here probably in the next 24 hours or so with links to the Strabas. You can actually go and take a look at the Strabas. But the photos that they posted associated with it and the number of shoes that they donated it's insane, and it's wonderful.
Did they do a shoe drive? Like, seriously, how do you even accrue that many shoes?
So what's crazy, you want to pull that image up again? Kim had the shoe. I think you had it. It actually says some of the shoes that are about to be donated. Go ahead and go to the next photo. The number on the boxes is how many pairs of shoes are in them. 114 from their family of 6. So they have a family of 6. They donated 114 pairs from the family, plus 17 more pairs from the in-laws. So they did a full-on, saved every shoe from throughout the year. This is going to give so many people who cannot afford shoes or aren't able to get shoes themselves, going to put them on their feet.
They've just put shoes on the feet of a city.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And like, I'm so impressed by this. I hope that they make great use of this treadmill. Ryan Stormo, a huge shout out to you, my friend, for doing an incredible job on Gingermas this year. I I just don't know the amount of work that went into that amount of shoe collection and donation and stuff like that. So it's incredible. Incredible. Congratulations, man. Very impressed.
Yeah, when we started seeing the point totals and how many, like I think everybody in our top like 10 or something like that had an extraordinary amount of shoes that they actually donated, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, Ryan is in the chat room for those who may be watching live. And my question, and maybe you can answer this in the chat room, Ryan, is how long have you been saving these shoes? Because 117 pairs for family of 6, that's 20 pairs of shoe per person, just under that, like 19 pairs of shoes per person. Did you save all year, or have you been saving 4 years, or do you have boxes in your garage as kids get older? Like I'm impressed, and you really are going to help. I can't imagine how many people you're going to help.
Families.
So it's my privilege to be able to give you a treadmill. You earned it. Wonderful, wonderful job this year, my friend. So that's it. That's our grand prize. That's our giveaway of all of the gear that we had here, plus Gary's incredible races that he was very kind enough to give away as well. Gary, what's next for you? We are so fortunate to have you on the show. I'm really curious. What do you got planned? What do the next couple months hold for you?
The last 4 weeks, once we got clear of the tour and started to catch up on some sleep and get a little bit of normalcy back in the life again, I realized over the last few years of pursuing races that are basically 2 mile per hour pace, Barkley twice and Nolan's events 2 mile per hour, that I kind of lost my upper end as an actual runner. So I've found a lot of motivation these days and actually trying to get my run legs back again. The last 3-4 weeks of training has gone really well, and I'm going to continue with that focus over the next 6 to 8 weeks of just being able to turn over again. And then I'll transition into the Barkley training in mid-February kind of thing. I've got my eye on an event I might target in February. I don't want to throw it out there yet because I'm not sure if I will or not, but it's been kind of fun to just get back to actually doing run workouts and not doing the mountain hiking stuff. Your Netflix is prompting you to watch your favorite show again.
I'm on it.
Kim's on it. She's fixing it.
You know, there's a 6-hour loop on YouTube. You wouldn't get this clicking out all the time.
That's what we should.
And the 6-hour YouTube loop has dogs and cats in it.
See, I thought this was the one that we
was
used where the wood sparks, and so I was like, oh, we'll do the wood spark thing again. But I realized it's a different fireplace thing.
But then for 2018, obviously it goes without saying that the Barkley is priority number 1, and there's a couple of other mountain projects that I'm looking at. One with Jarrett Campbell and one with a few friends in Hawaii. So we'll see what actually unfolds here in the next little bit. Nothing is concrete, but there's some fun things that we're looking to plot that we're hoping to get a chance to take a stab at.
Awesome. And for those maybe who were unaware, Gary has been an incredible inspiration, and he and I managed to take a movie tour a little bit ago with the movie that we worked on together called Where Dreams Go to Die. Many of you have probably familiar with it. Some of you may have even seen it if we count one of our live tour stops.
I would like to go on record as saying it is the worst movie ever. That is my genuine opinion of the movie.
We'll work on the ending. We are planning on releasing this to the public, and in the new year, in 2018, all the details will reveal themselves as to how you'll be able to watch it, when will it be available for everyone, and Gary and I are still working on a couple of last-minute details to possibly bring it to an additional couple cities, and that would be amazing. But just keep your eyes peeled on both Gary's social. Do you mind reminding everybody, Gary, where they can find you on social?
Instagram, Gary Robbins. Twitter, Gary_Robbins. Facebook, Gary Robbins Run. Gary with 1 R, Robbins with 2 B's. And website, GaryRobbins.ca. These are tough questions, man.
We asked the hard-hitting questions on the show.
Another big thank you to Gary for joining us tonight as well, and graying out his beard. He is nowhere close to having a gray beard, but
no, this has actually happened since you saw me last. It's a rapid process when it starts to go.
No.
I mean, I also went bald in a matter of weeks just a few years ago. So it was hair and then no hair, and then it was ginger beard and gray beard. This is the only way you will see me from this day forth.
You're like a wizard, and you keep changing.
So I want to share with people what I've had on in the background, because you would just assume that maybe it was a fireplace. But no, it's the Edmonton Oilers versus the San Jose Sharks tonight. And the Oilers are currently winning this game 3-2. So for any of the Sharks fans that happen to be in the chat room, in your face! There's a long ways to go yet, but I've been a little distracted watching that.
It does not surprise me that Gary had an Oilers game on. I knew that tonight was going to be risky because it could conflict with Oilers games. But knowing Gary...
There's a way. There's always a way.
Yep. It was either an earpiece, a cell phone, or a TV. It was going to happen no matter what. Go follow Gary on social media, of course, as he just mentioned. Thank him for being on the show. And if you have any questions about Gary or any of his upcoming projects or runs or anything like that, throw them at him. I'm sure he'll be more than willing to answer those. Mm-hmm. Thank you, everyone who participated in Gingermas this year. It was beyond our expectations. I mean, the number of people that submitted results and put their points together and did all that, it was incredible. So a big shout out to everyone. And we got a number of people just saying, I just went out for a run and snapped a couple pictures. I wanted to get a few points, but I had the most fun ever with my family. And that is what it's about. It's not about getting the most points or any of that kind of thing. It's always about having fun and making sure that running is still joyful for you, no matter what time of year it is. So thank you everyone for participating. And what an incredible weekend.
And also a big thank you to Territory Run Co., North Face, Solomon and Gingy, Nike Trail, Nordictrack, Wader, and Nathan, and CMTS Races, of course, and Gary Robbins as well.
Yep, Ridgeline and Athletics and everything. I think that's it. We're going to move into our post show. Gary, do you want to join us for a post show for like 10 minutes or something?
Yeah, I can do that. They're going to hit the second intermission here in a little bit. So as long as I'm fresh for the full third period, we're good to go.
Oh, yeah. So there'll be more booze drinking and wine bladder drinking in the post show. Go ahead.
Yes. And for you guys that have just asked questions over the last little bit here, just if you're in the post show, just pop them back into the chat room.
Yeah, we'll make sure to get those answered. For those who are unfamiliar with the post show, we get all of our guests each Monday to join us in the after show, essentially. And to participate in that, just go to patreon.com/thegingerrunner for as little as $1 a month. You get to join us for all the post shows with all of our guests, and you get your questions answered and stuff like that. It's a more intimate setting with our guests, which is pretty cool.
And the link is not there yet, correct?
The link is not there yet, correct. Okay. So I'll be posting that to Patreon as soon as we go off air here. So just give it a couple of seconds.
Super simple process. You won't even miss the money. I've been supporting Ethan in Patreon for over a year now, and it's just you can sign up in a couple of minutes, and $1 or $2 a month, you're not even going to notice it. It's less than a cup of coffee.
It really is less than a cup of coffee, which is pretty cool. And again, happy holidays, everyone, no matter how you celebrate, where you celebrate, or who you celebrate with. I hope you just enjoy the next couple of weeks. Take some downtime. We will be taking some downtime. Ginger Runner Live is per tradition as well. We just need the time to kind of recoup. So for the next couple of weeks, there will be no Ginger Runner Lives. Obviously, next Monday's Christmas, and we'll be traveling quite a bit. But stay tuned. We will let you know when we're coming back live. It'll either be mid-January, late January, or the first week of February. But it'll probably most likely be mid-June. January.
Mid-June.
2020. We'll keep you guys posted on that. Am I forgetting anything?
Just thanks to Brian Sands, Rick Bjarnason, and Chris Lee as well.
Thank you. You three gentlemen for the continued support at the top tier of Patreon.
And for all the Patreon supporters over the year, thank you.
This last little video comes to us from some people who participated in Gingermas, and I thought it was hilarious, and I wanted to make sure that we showed it. So this is from Caroline. Thank you so much.
Gingermas. 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 Merry Gingermas! Woo!
Ginger Runners.